Evening, folks. How the bloody hell are you? Spur of the moment. We're going sim racing tonight for 1 hour. Well, you can see it on your screen here now. Sebring International Raceway. In a 1 hour sprint series. Giggity, 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 giggity. Oh, right. I don't have any. Don't have any setups or anything like that. We're just rocking up and driving. Best way to do it, rock up. Before I get too excited. Let's undeafen so I can hear the race still. .51.8. God damn! Some of these people can haul ass. Got 10 minutes of practice. And a few minutes of qualifying, and then we'll be into it. Cold tyres, Matty, cold tyres. So tonight we're driving an LMP2 car for the Mons Ultimate Multi-Class Series. Getting the bug again, folks. Life's sort of returning to normal a bit. I'm hoping to be able to do a bit more sim racing.
Lap 156.11.
Well off, folks. Shit, there's a wall there, mate.
Greg.
I'm here.
Said you left the race.
I did.
That time was a 1:56.21.
Right, if everyone can come back to the pits, I'll get the briefing done quickly. Come on, Mr. Herod. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, Greg. Just wanted to quickly get round and
It's
practice
all
the
good,
pit
mate.
entry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Ah, sugar. Damn it! I wanted to get round and practice the pit entry.
Who's out on track? Oh, he's not actually in the voice cut. Hold on.
What have we got? Wonder if that's by default or not. Well, I'll have the pace here at the moment, but yeah, I hadn't even got my frickin' tyres up to temp or anything yet, so I'm not too worried just yet in regards to pace.
Okay, I'm just going to get on with this while he's out on track. I'll fill him in a minute. Okay, so round 3 of the LMU sprints. Today we're at Sebring. Obviously, as you all have gathered, it is the full course. It's not that school course. Just with regards to timings, qualifying will be at 1900 or 7 p.m. and that will be 15 minutes and will be set to private. So for those of you who have not joined us before, when you go out on track, it will be just yourself. No one else will be on track, so don't feel like you've disconnected. That's not the case. The race will then be at 2000 or 8 p.m. And the race is going to be an hour long tonight. Now, for those of you who have not raced with us before, I know there's a couple new names here. When it comes to the actual starting sequence, this is mainly for the GT3 drivers. What we do in ASA is we do a staggered start. Okay, now a staggered start, what that basically means is on the green light, the LMP2 cars go. Once the LMP2 cars go, the GT3 cars will then have a 5-second countdown, and on GT3 go, that's when you go. So when the word go is said, that is when the GT3 cars go. I haven't decided yet whether it's going to be a 5 or an 8-second gap, but it just gives us enough gap between the LMP2s and the GT3s just to avoid any first lap fuck-ups. Now, just one thing from me, guys. I've spent about 5 hours this week ensuring that everyone's commenting on these attendance pages. I know they're a bit of a pain in the arse, but all you need to do is go to the Sprint Series category, go to the series information, and just click that you're coming. It's so hard for me to try and fill spaces when people don't comment or hit the like button. It's really quite hard because all I'm trying to do is fill the grid. So all the admins have all got different jobs. My job is bums on seats, and the more people I know that can race, the better the grids will be. Furthermore, for those of you who are unaware, and we're competing in the ESO WEC Series and the Pro Series, both of those series have been canned off, and we now have the actual WEC Series, which is in replacement of the ESO and the Pro Series. That will be a driver swap series, which will be 4 rounds. But again, if you want more information, just go to the LMU Pro ASA WEC Series category, and all the information is in there for you. Lastly, on this track, please be aware when exiting pits. Obviously, you're exiting pits right onto the last corner, so be aware that if you do see a car coming out from the pit lane, give it a bit of wide berth because their tyres will be cold and they will not corner as quickly as what you would imagine. Other than that, does anyone have any questions with regards to how anything's going to happen tonight?
Yes, Greg, entering the pits during the race, people up your bum sort of thing, and you're going to go into the pits. Do we call out we're entering the pits, or what's the ruling on entering the pits, please?
I used to think it was fair to call out that you're going into pits. Other people thought differently. I'm not really too fussed. If you've got someone right up your arse, then it's down to you whether you want to say going into the pits or not. But again, it's not mandatory. You don't have to do it. I'll put it down to your driver discretion. If you choose to call out that you're going into the pits, then that's fine.
Thank you, Greg.
Anything else?
There is the pit entry.
That's for you to find out, my friend. For you to find out. Now, it's the before you head down the back straight, it's our right-hander in there. So you'll see it on the track map.
It's actually quite hidden.
Yeah, it's we were hidden.
But there
another
is
thing
a
for the
lane
GT3s.
entry the corner beforehand, though, actually. So if you
There is.
So if you use the proper pit lane entry, you wouldn't need to call it out because the racing line is way on the other side.
That is correct.
Just one other thing, the GT3s need to hold their line, not weave out the way, just to hold their line when they're being lapped.
Yep, agreed. So if you are being lapped, GT3s hold the racing line. One thing I'm going to say, and I'm saying this as an ex-GT3 driver, it's very, very hard that if you overtake an LMP2, don't swing right in front of the GT3 and smash your brakes, because the GT3 will lose downforce and he will steer and come flying into the back of you. And if you do get taken out by someone, don't come crying about it, all right? So when you are overtaken, do not cut across in front of a GT3 and slam your brakes on, because the LMP2 cars do stop quicker than the GT3 cars.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, that's it from me. Once qualifying is over, whoever the lead GT3 driver is, can you please make yourself known to me, and you'll be the one that'll be in charge of the countdown. Ooh, pressure.
It's Scott here. Can I just put another warning out about my driving tonight? It's going to be horrendous.
Noted. No different to any other week, mate.
No, not usually, but yeah, I'm on a totally unfamiliar rig, sitting in a caravan with Wi-Fi from the caravan park and a laptop parked about 20 inches in front of me.
That's dedication.
That is indeed.
Now, that is a setup. Oh, I like it.
Are you also a gypsy?
We're going to need a picture.
Yeah, 100. I second.
Now, one thing also to be aware of is, because obviously we're down our race director tonight, so I'm hosting it, I can't deal with incidents, okay? So if there is an incident, you're just going to have to deal with it. I apologize. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. That's just the nature of the beast. So if you are involved in an incident, wear it, okay? I can't deal with it because I'll be racing myself. Unfortunately, we try and get as many race directors as we can, but unfortunately real life does get in the way, and all 4 of them are away tonight, so I can't do much about it. Okay, that's the end of the briefing, and the qualifying has started, so crack on. Also from here on out, please have comms discipline. Oh, sorry, one other thing is damage is on medium and track cuts are set to reduced.
Just trying to build temperature into the tyres. Here we go.
Lap 155.94.
Shit. Helps if you stay off the grass, Matty. Come on. That's a bright ball of fire right there. God damn. Barely see a damn thing.
Lap 153.81.
God damn it, George. Wow. Probably break a bit later there, mate. Good point, mate. Damn it. Well, bugger that sector up. We're right on the limit there. Yeah, so I got to reel in the third sector.
152.92.
Too much. Bugger. time there. Okay, there's definitely time in the lap here, folks. Just get it together. I don't know if there's enough time to catch George. I think George is... Oh, shit. Oh, we're purple in sector 2. We've got some pace here.
152.66.
Oh, shit. I go and do that for the first turn. Good on you, matey. Ah. Need to dial it back a bit. I'm trying too hard here. There's pace in the lap. I just gotta let it happen. Driving too far, too hard.
Lap 154.06.
Damn it. A little too late. Damn it! Just trying a little bit too hard still. Shit. I take my hat off there, George. I don't know how you're getting that sort of lap time. But, you know. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. Oh, we practiced the bloody pit entry. Oh, we hung on to it. I wonder if we get any points for drifting.
I doubt it.
Oh, shit, bit wide there, Matty. Dickhead. 60. That'd be a drive through. Well, stop go 30 actually, I think. For speed in them pits. So I must make sure I'm under 60k an hour. Fair enough. Fair enough. $19 seconds for 33. George was still lapping, Jesus. So what have we got? We got 9 LMP2s and 8 GT3s. Okay, she's a small field. Yeah, fair enough. This is split 2. The main show is split 1. I think they got a full grid in that split.
Well, George, I'm not even going to let you finish that lap because you're a full second clear of the field. But well done, George, and well done, Mr. Van Graden. Right, race next. So, Simon, you know what you're doing?
Yeah, believe so.
Okay, so basically just a reiteration again for all GT3 drivers, for those of you who do not know, staggered start. So staggered start is very simple. When you are in a GT3, when the game goes green, you keep your pit limiter on. Do not release it. I say again, when the game goes green, GT3 cars keep your pit limiter on. At that point, Simon will then count from 7 down to go, or you'll just say GT3, go. And when he says go, that is when you then take your pit limiter off. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Excellent.
That's too many options.
Well, good luck, everybody. Have fun.
No.
Enjoy.
He should count down
No pressure,
and go.
Simon.
There
Hope you
should
can
be,
count, mate.
okay, GT3s, go. Just count it down from 7
I've been
and
learning
go.
from my toddler, so it should be pretty
Or
good.
either or. But George,
Good lad.
Greg
Good luck
should have
tonight,
told
everyone.
him to say, right, you're
Good
going
luck.
to count down from 7 and go. Yeah, be
Yep,
precise.
you too. Everyone else.
Yeah.
Good luck,
This
guys.
is split 2.
Race
They're
clean.
meant to be, the GT3 guys are meant to be learning. I think even some of these LMP2s are also yeah, people just looking to learn and get into league racing and stuff. I'm not even really meant to be driving. The guy that normally drives this number 10 car pulled out for tonight's race, so I jumped in because I like these LMP2 cars.
I do actually enjoy this track. It's good fun. It's quite hard in this car in the LMP2, but it's good fun.
Oh, it is.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
20 degrees an hour. So, but yeah, we got full fuel, tires. I've covered up the water order and radiator and stuff a bit. I think it's got to be like around 100 degrees. And during qualifying, I think it was only about 90. So, but I think around 100, 110 degrees is optimum. So that's what we're rolling with. See what happens. If we blow the engine
Just
up, we
remember to
blow
hit
the
start
engine up. It's
driving or
all
you will
for
be in the
fun.
pit lane.
48 seconds. Right, let's rock and roll.
Also, tonight and next week will be the last weeks we're in our own separate grids. After that, when we go to Spa and Le Mans, we will be combining both grids. So it will get very busy very quick. I just wish they allowed
Is it meant to be a nighttime race?
It is, mate.
Thank you. I thought something was wrong on mine, and that's all. Thank you.
No. It's had 8 p.m. up all week.
Nearly 21 laps of fuel at record. 40 minutes with it. Okay.
Formation lap has started.
Oh, shit. Rightio, folks. 1 hour of multi-class racing. We're in a prototype car. Yes, I know, I'm out of line. Jesus Christ. Well, I get a penalty because this frickin' thing happens a bit. I'm going to be annoyed. Here we go, folks. Let's hope we don't die.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah, we're gonna die. Yeah, we're gonna die. We're alive. Cold tyres, Matty. Cold tyres. Alright, we got the whole shot. Put the hammer down. Just a bit. Don't want to overdrive. Nearly a 2-second gap to George, but I'm not paying any attention to that. Or second and a half, whatever.
5, 6.
We know he's got pace. He'll catch me.
You know, having a bad night, mate.
Time 153.36.
Hey, 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 you dirty dog.
That time was a 153.14.
Braking too early for that bloody corner, Matty.
153.58.
Well, there we go. George has put the foot down. As we knew he would.
Time 152.97.
My first GT3 car. Well, he's in the slipstream now. Oh, we've got a few GT3 cars in the pit. No one noticed that before.
That time was a 153.50.
Nice. Turned in a bit too early for that freaking corner.
154.24.
Oh, aero wash from the flat car. Thanks, Stevens. Better in that corner. Oh, excuse me. This is gonna be rough.
Time 154.44.
Now the downside with having George ferret my ass is that he can now, if he wants to, just sit there and save fuel, the bugger. Sorry, Brown. Poor buddy got nervous with me coming up behind him, I guess.
154.79.
mistake. You'll have a good run here.
Lap 153.74.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, he got me. Oh, well, we knew it was only a matter of time. Yeah, we're going to stay with him. Ah, there we go. That'll break the toe. Damn it. Oh, shit! Sorry, George. Come on, turn. I don't know if I didn't slow down enough there to allow him to come back on. I thought maybe I did at the time. I have to look at it again.
5.
Or maybe he came back on straight onto the middle of the truck. Well, hopefully he doesn't have any damage, because I don't.
Time 154.50.
only doing 21 laps. And lots of fuel. Should be enough.
Lap 152.91.
Oops.
Damn right! Where's that poor bugger? The hell? Anyone else seeing that? Jesus! Don't fucking do that again, please! Fucking hell. What's this? What the bloody hell's going on there?
That time was a 153.81.
Oh, fair enough. Hope these stutters fucking black screen bugger off. Woo! Good crowd, good crowd.
Sorry about that, bit close.
Oh, bugger off and just stuttering. I've never had this issue before with this game. Alright.
152.92.
When you trust the car to hold the corner then. Holy shit, he did a 52.6. Damn it. I didn't want to back out of the throttle, but I got on the throttle way too bloody early. What the hell did I go back to first gear for that one? Well, that's part of multi-class racing. Sometimes it gives, sometimes it takes.
That time was a 154.23.
Don't do that, Jesus. Bloody black screen bullshit. Ooh. Thanks, Brown. You didn't have to do that, mate, but fair enough.
153.72.
Oh, stop doing that. Jesus. Far out. Ugh.
Lap 2:44.49.
Well, at least that time, bloody the screen didn't go black on me. That thing better be bloody wrong. Thanks, Johnson. Hope you're alright, buddy.
Time 153.55.
That's fucking scary to get a black screen while I'm overtaking some bastard. Oh. Sorry, Mac, if that was awkward for you. So bloody wiry. I'm confused, because I could have sworn I put 12 litres of fuel in the car. I'm already down to fucking 8.5. There's some bullshit fuckery going on here.
That time was a 1:54.07.
amazed they come out in front of George. He must have took a lot more fuel.
55.33.
Before he screwed up his pits somehow. Oh, excuse me. I'm a whole lap short according to the freaking game now. What a load of shit. I don't have enough fuel. How shit's that?
154.23.
Oh, fuck you, game. Doing that to me. What the hell? How did he go off the track? I never got anywhere near him.
That time was a 155.44. 154.44. Lap 156.45. Lap 156.74.
Come past Dixon, I'm almost out of fuel.
I ran out of fuel. Bloody game screwed me over. I put in what the game was telling me was 12 laps of fuel. And then when I left the pits, I had 9 laps of fuel. And game robbed me. That's all I can say.
My car is so broken.
Unlucky on the fuel there, Paul. That's
George.
last lap.
Yeah, mate, I had 0.1 coming into that last straight, so I couldn't risk it.
Yeah, unlucky, man.
Matt, what happened to you on that last straight?
Run out of fuel, mate. The
shit.
game told me that I was fueling up 12 laps of fuel. 30 litres, 12 laps. As soon as I went over the start-finish line after I come out of the pits, apparently I only had bloody 9 litres of fuel, 9 laps of fuel left. So I had to save like a MFer.
Yeah, it adds what's in your tank as well.
I think we got an extra lap in because George and that was so far ahead, so there was one extra lap, I think.
So, hang on. So they've changed it now. So instead of you leaving the pits and bang, you have that much fuel, bloody, it now takes into account, what fuel you have in your tank now, like it does an ACC.
No. It's
It's what's in your tank before you go into the pit plus. So you got to add that extra lap.
no. Because you've got to go whatever you put down as your pit. That's what you'll leave the pits with. So if you put down 40 litres, that's what you will drive out of pit lane with 40 litres, regardless
but
of
it gives you a lap estimate.
I didn't pay any attention to the litres. I did end up seeing that, it's going to be 30 litres, fair enough. But the game beside that, in brackets, had 12 laps. It reckoned that was 12 laps. And it wasn't.
That changes every lap because it depends on how much fuel is saved during that lap. So it's not an average, it's a lap-to-lap adjustment.
That is so stupid. Why have something that's bang on and then in brackets have it? Oh, it's kind of like this.
It's annoying.
It caught me out too. I had to go
Sorry,
in.
Greg, in the last lap, found myself in the middle of the road.
Oh, who did the flip on the last lap on the last first corner?
That was me.
Yeah, that was my bad. I spin on the first turn, and then I didn't realize you guys was coming so fast.
It's all a learning curve, brother. It's all a learning curve. But I apologize to everyone. I was an absolute hindrance out there today.
I thought you were actually for position there, Greg, at the end. That's why I was fighting you so hard. If I knew you were lapped down.
No, I was a lap down. I was just trying to push you.
I would have just gone, just go through. I'm fuel saving anyway.
That's all good, mate.
Did anyone else get like screen tearing and black screens and that? Like George, early in the race when you and I came together after you had that moment, as I came into that, my screen just went black. And then then the screen lit up again about 2 seconds later, and you and me are in the grass.
Yeah, we had a big freeze at that moment. That's what happened.
Oh, man. I had probably about half a dozen of them, either coming onto the back straight or from the apex of turn one after the start line, from apex to basically the exit, black screen.
Not that long for me. It was definitely black screen. I went to go avoid the GT3, and it was like black screen. I was like, shit. And then it's like, oh shit, we're on the grass. What the fuck just happened then?
I have no idea. I'm gonna watch me stream back and see if it comes up on the stream at all. But bloody
I gotta shoot because I gotta go and put all the points together and then go to bed. So I will catch you next week for Bahrain.
Cheers, Greg.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, guys.
And
Have a
remember,
good one.
Thanks,
do
guys.
the attendance form.
Yep, always do.
Good on you guys. See you later.
Will I get to keep this car? Oh, he's gone.
Keep it.
What happened, Taz? You were right there the whole
I was
way.
just filling it in for someone else, man.
Oh, Taz has already gone.
Yeah, it's just the four of us now. But yeah, I was talking to Greg earlier, George. He said there was a spot left on the LMP2 cars, and yeah, I took it. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know if I get to keep the spot now, or it goes back to the bloke who had it, before he backed out of it, or what happened.
Hang on, I'll tell you in a second.
Excuse me. Woo. Sugar folks, what a bloody drama. All right, folks, I'll leave you in peace. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you guys
so car number
enjoyed
10's blank, which means that you're going to
Catch
take
us
car
later.
number 10 because no one's registered to car number 10.
Okay, fair enough then. All right, cool. I look forward to the next game. Good night, fellas. I'll see you then.
All right.
No,
Okay, folks. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already gone, hit the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully this will become a more common thing now. I'll hopefully be able to do some racing on Monday nights and also some maybe some Thursday nights. We'll just see. I'm hoping to get back into a series on ACC as well as tonight with Le Mans Ultra. Cheers, folks. Good night.